So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new Scratch file. So I'm going to open up a new tab, go to the Scratch website, make sure I'm logged in. If you're not, log in and create a new file. The next thing I'm going to do is, using Inkscape, create a face with no mouth. So this is going to be similar to the South Park character, but you just need a face, and right now we want to create a face with no mouth on it. And I've actually already created my face, so I'm going to delete the Scratch sprite, and I'm going to upload a new sprite. And it's on the desktop, Inkscape face no mouth is what I want to use. And so now that it's in here, I'm just going to drag it in so that it's centered, and now I've got my wonderful face that I created in Inkscape. Pretty easy, just a few circles for the head, ears, eyes, stuff like that, and then I use the Bezier tool to make the hair and the nose. So the next thing I'm going to do after I have my face in there, I made my face with no mouth. I did not export it. Make sure you just save it as an SVG. That's going to leave it as a vector file. The next thing I'm going to do is make 3 different mouth positions in Inkscape: closed, partially open, and all the way open. And we want to make those in 3 separate files. So totally you're going to have 4 Inkscape files that you've created. And once you created those, you're going to create the sprite of your face and create a second sprite for your mouth and add all 3 costumes. So now I'm going to create a new sprite, and I'm going to add in the mouth closed sprite, and I'm going to open this up, and right now it's, right now it's not in the right position, so I am going to, let's see, bring this one to front. If you have a sprite that gets hidden behind something, you can go to the looks and go to front. Now I'm going to try and move this. I'll wait until I get my other costumes in there. They're going to be easier to drag since this is just a line. So now I'm going to add my other 2 costumes, mouth partially open and mouth all the way open. And I'm going to add these in here, and once it's the all the way open costume, it's going to be a lot easier to move. So now I'm going to move this to the spot where it looks like a pretty good spot. And so now I've got a mouth open, mouth partially open, and mouth closed costume just in the mouth sprite. So now let's see what I need to do next. Use the switch costume, wait, and repeat blocks to create an animation of the mouth switching from partially open to fully open and repeating. So I'm going to go into the scripts, make sure I'm on the mouth sprite, and I'm going to switch costume, and I'm going to drag that in there twice. And what else do I need? Switch costume, wait, and repeat. So switch costume is in looks, wait is in control, and repeat is also in control. And so if I put all these together, switch costume, I want to start with partially open and then go to all the way open, drag that into repeat, and I have those switch. Right now it's waiting a full second in between every costume change. I want to change that to be quite a bit faster, so I'm going to change it to about 0.2 seconds. We'll see how that looks, and now let's click on it. So now he's opening and closing his mouth quite a bit faster, and I think that's pretty close to how fast we open and close our mouths when we're normally talking. So I'm going to take a look at what the next requirements are. Decide on what you want your face to say and count the number of syllables. This is how many times you should repeat the animation. So if I want the sprite here to say, "Hello, welcome to class," I would count the syllables. Hello, 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 I'll just count that as 1. Welcome is 2, 2 is 1, and class is 1. So hello, welcome to class will be 5 syllables. So I'm going to change that to 5, and that's the number of times I should repeat it. Either add a text bubble or record your voice to say your message when the animation is happening, and make the animation start when you click on the sprite. So now I am going to, when I click on the sprite, it's going to say this, or it's going to make my animation happen. Come on. Oh, I have to click on the mouth. And then I also want it to say, let's see, I also want it to say, hello, welcome to class. And I want to have this on its own when this sprite is clicked, because if I have it in between here, it's going to wait until the text bubble is done before it starts repeating. So I want to have this, I want to have each of them on their own when this sprite is clicked block, and then they're both going to happen at the same time. And hopefully that'll line up pretty good. Hello, welcome to class. And there you have it. If you want to go to higher level work, add additional sprites on top of your face for the eyes, eyebrows, eyelids, or other areas that you want to animate separately. If you look at my example here, I have him blinking, his eyes moving left and right, and talking all at the same time.